Okay, so we are done with question 20, and I will leave question 21 for you guys to solve it on your own by applying the exact same steps. Okay, now let's move on to our fourth lesson, which is about triangles. Okay, for this lesson we will learn how to find the area of the triangle. So all you have to do, guys, is you must apply the formula to solve every single question in this lesson. So the formula that we use to find the area of the triangle is area equals half times base times height. Okay, so it's the same as whether if you write it as base times height divided by 2. Okay, so all you have to do is multiply the base and the height and then divide it with 2, or you multiply it with half. Like I said, multiplying with half, it's the same as you guys are dividing by 2. So let's move on to the first question and find the area of the triangle. So the first thing you guys should know, you should put the formula. Area equals half times base times height. The formula is mandatory to be written in the exam. You must write it. It's graded. So now we are going to substitute the values that we have. I know half will stay half. My base, this is the base. How can I tell that this is the base? Because the height is always perpendicular with the base. What does it mean perpendicular? It means it makes a right angle. Okay, the height is always perpendicular with the base. So the base will be 6 and the height will be 4. Now let's multiply. 6 times 4 equals 24. 24 divided by 2, that will be 12, and the unit is yard squared. Okay, this is how you find the area of the triangle. Okay, let's move on to the second question. Okay, here we have a real life word problem. We have Miss Lopez drew the triangle ABC with a height of 6 inches. This is the height, and the base is also 6 inches. Okay, she also drew another triangle that's called a triangle RST. Okay, so the height of that triangle is 4 inches and the base is 8 inches. So we want to know which triangle has the greater area. So in order to find the greater area, we must find the area for each triangle. So we will find the area for triangle ABC, and then we will find the area for the triangle RST, and then we are going to compare. That's it. Okay, you guys? So again, sometimes the dimensions of the triangles are given to you as a word problem, written. They're not giving to you the shape with the dimensions on it. No, they're giving to you written by words. So we will apply the formula half times base times height. So that will be half for the first triangle. We have the height is, the base is 6 and the height is 6. That will be 6 times 6, 36. And 36 divided by 2, that will be 18 inch squared. Okay, that's it, you guys. Now let's move on to the second triangle, which is triangle, let me use red, triangle RST. Again, we will put the formula half times base times height. So we will multiply half times. The base is 8 and the height is 4. So 8 times 4, that's, and the height is 4. Okay, 8 times 4, that's 32. 32 divided by 2, that will be 16 inch squared. Okay. Okay. And now what is left is just to compare. Okay. So as you can see, which triangle has the greater area? That will be triangle ABC. Triangle ABC has the greater area. Okay. this is just what you have to do in order to solve such a question. Okay, now you guys, I just want to clarify something here. Sometimes you have a trouble in dividing even with 2, with long division, or you don't know what's half of 36 or what's half of 32. There is a thing that we do in math. It's called when you multiply a whole with a fraction, or when you multiply any 2 fractions or any 2 numbers, there is something called simplifying before multiplying. What does that mean? It means you find a number on top that has a relation with 2. So for example, I know that 6 can be divided with 2. 6 divided by 2, that will be 3. So we are done. And 2 divided by 2, that will be 1. So that's it, we're done. All I have to do, multiply 3 times 6, I will get 18. Okay, so this is a shortcut for you if you want to simplify and get the answer directly. Same thing goes for the second one. I have 8 and 2. They have a relation. They can be divided with each other. Also 4 and 2, they can be divided with each other. So I'm going to take 8 divided by 2, that will be 4. 4 times 4, that will be 16. So in this case, you guys get the answer directly. But sometimes, like this question, for example, half times 5 times 7. In this case here, 5 and 7, they are not related to 2. They cannot be divided with 2. So in this case, you will multiply 5 times 7. That will be 35. And 35 divided by 2, that will be 17.5. So in this case, you guys, you cannot simplify before you multiply. No, you'll have to multiply and then you divide. Again, this is just an extra info. Maybe it will help you, it will help with to help you with easy calculations if you guys wish to use it, as you wish. Okay, let me check. Are we done here? So we are done with the triangles. So you just have to know how to find the area for direct questions like task 1, and you have to know how to solve word problems. The word problems could be direct, or they could be like this one, which you're comparing areas. So again, just put the formula, substitute your values, and don't forget to put the unit: inch squared, yard squared, feet squared, and so on. Okay, finally, we are moving to our last lesson, which is how to find the mean, mode, median, and range. Okay, you guys, so for the mean, you have to know, first of all, you have to focus on the keyword, the mean. The mean means the average. The mean means the average, okay? The average point of a data set. Now, how do you find the mean? All you have to do is you add up all the values. You will add all the values. For example, that these are my values. That's my data set. So I'm going to add all of them. Then I will divide by the number of the values. So for example, here I have 7 values. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to divide my answer 32. The total is 32 divided by 7. That will be my final answer, 4.57. Oh, and that's it. Okay, so you guys, this is how you find the mean. Add up all the numbers and then divide with the number of the values. This is the meaning of the mean. It means the average. Now the median, you guys, it means the middle value. The median means the middle value. How do you find the median? How do you find that middle value? Step number 1, it's really important, you guys. You must do it before you find the median, which is ordering your data from least to greatest. Okay, you order the data from least to greatest, and then you start crossing out, one from left, one from right, one from left, one from right, and so on, until you have here, I have 3 checks on the right side and 3 checks on the left side. That means my middle value will be 5. Okay, until you have equal number of crosses on both sides, this will be your median. Okay, you guys, now we have another case for the median. After we ordered and after we crossed the numbers, okay, as you can see, I ended up with 2 crosses on the right and 2 checks crosses on the left. So I ended up with 2 values in the middle. So in this case, we have to take their average. What does that mean? It means we just have to add them and divide with 2. Okay, so 4 plus 6, that will be 10. And 10 divided by 2, that will be 5. So when do I do this? Add and divide with 2? Only if I end up with 2 values for the median in the middle. Okay, this is regarding the median. And now, number 3, moving on to the mode. The mode, you guys, it means it's the most frequent. What does frequent mean? It means most repeated, the value that appears most often. Okay? So this is the meaning of the mode, the most frequent value. For example, here I have a data set, I have a set of values, and I can see that I have 2 2s and 2 5s. That means my modes are 2 and 5. Okay, but what if I had 3 2s and 2 5s? That means in this case I will have the mode will be 2. Why? Because I have 3 2s and only 2 5s, because 2 it's the most repeated. Okay, and sometimes I have the numbers, for example 3 4 7 8. Okay, I have these numbers. What's the mode for them? In this case, you guys, as you can see, no number is repeated. Yani I have 1 3, I have 1 4, 1 7, 1 8. That means in this case, I will say I have no mode. I will say I have what? No mode. And that's it. This is again for the mode. You have to know the definition. Mode, it's the most frequent value, repeated value. Remember this word, repeated, frequent. Excuse my handwriting. Okay, now finally moving on to the range, you guys. The range is the easiest thing. You just find the difference between the highest and the lowest. So all you have to do, take the highest value minus the lowest value, and that will be your range. Highest minus the lowest, or you subtract the lowest from the highest. Okay, that's it. So these the 4 important parts of the 4 important I don't know, I lost words. I know how to summarize you guys your data. That's it. You use mean, median, mode, and range to analyze data, read data, get a conclusion. What does this data that we collected mean? What does it represent to real life, and so on. Okay, I'm gonna do with you now here, you guys, one question. So let's go. We have here states traveled to or lived in. So I have this. I have 1 3. I have this data set. So the first question is asking me to order the numbers from least to greatest. Okay, I'm gonna start with the least number. I can tell it's 1. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 ones. 1, 1, 1. You guys, you must write the 3 ones. Okay, do not go and say I'm just gonna take 1, 1. No, because that represents a value. Okay, just like in a class you guys did a test or something. One girl got 1 out of 5, some girls got 3 out of 5, and so on. The other girl got 1 out of 5. So this is a value we must take in consideration. We cannot just skip it. You have to write all the repeated values. Okay, next value, that will be 2. I have 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3. Oh, sorry. 4 2s. Next one, I have the value 3. I have 1 3. I'm gonna cross it. Next one, I have the value 4 1 4. Let's cross it. Next one, we have 5. We got 2 5s. Let's write them. Next one, we have 7. We got 2 7s. Okay, next one, we have a 10. And finally, we have a 12. Okay, so write and cross, the easiest way, so you guys don't repeat any number or don't forget any number. Okay, now I have this data set. I'm going to use it now to find my median. So let's start with the median. How do you guys, you know what, before I start crossing and messing it all up, let's find the mode. What is the mode? The mode, it's the most repeated number. As you can tell, which number is the most repeated? Obviously, it's 2. You just write the answer equal to 2. That's it. That's your mode, because I have 4 2s. Now, let's find the range. How you guys find the range? The range, it's the highest minus the lowest. So 12 minus 1 equal 11. Okay? Finally, now let's do the median. Qul Bismillah. Let's do the median. Let's start crossing. 1 from left, 1 from right. Yeah, it's gonna take a long time. Keep crossing. Okay, be careful. Okay, another one here, one here, one here. Okay, let's count the checks before we continue. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's it. So my median here, it's equal to 3. That was easy. So if you have, again, the same number of checks to the right or crosses to the right as the same number to the left, number of checks to the left, then the median will be your median value. Okay, you guys inshallah are getting same type of questions, so please practice any similar questions as much as you can. Okay, finally we're going to move on to our last question. This is a really important question. So we have here on Monday, Jeremiah collects data on the number of cars that pass through an intersection from each hour from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. Okay, mashallah, he has nothing to do. He's just sitting and recording the cars that are passing by. So he records the following data. He got 15, okay, 27, 37, 29, and 12 cars. So if Jeremiah moves 12 from his data set, what will happen to the mean? Will the mean change? Explain. So you guys, in this case, when they ask you about the mean, you will have to find the original mean, okay? And you will have to find the new mean, okay? So we will write the original mean. What is the mean of the original data set? How do you find the mean? You should add all these data set, all these data values, 15 plus 27 plus 37 plus 29 plus 12, and then you will divide it with how many values you guys have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the final answer will be, wait a minute, plus 37 plus 29. You guys can't use a calculator, you have to do it manually, but you know, because the video is taking a lot of time. So that will be 120 divided by 5, it's going to be 24. So that's your original mean. That is the original O mean. Okay, now we need to find the new mean. We need to find the new mean. What will happen with the mean after I cross out the 12? I crossed it out. So the new mean will include no 12. I will just do the same way. 15 plus 27 plus 37 plus 29 divided by 4. Why am I dividing by 4? Because I cut one of the values. So 15 plus 27 plus 37 plus 29, that will be 108 divided by 4. That will be what? 27. So will the mean change? Your final answer, you should say yes. What happened to the mean? It was 24, then became 27. So the mean will increase. Okay, you guys? This is how you can solve such a question. You must find the original mean and the new mean, and then you guys compare it. Okay, so that's it for the 5 lessons. I wish you all the best, inshallah, in your exams. And see you when I see you.